Would you like to know some of the big mistakes that marketers are making out there trying to build their business on social media? In this video, I'm going to take you through a tour of some of the people who are making those mistakes so you can avoid them. Coming up. Hey guys, Ben Sturdivant here with RealNetworker.com, where we provide real training so you can get real results in your network marketing business. And today, I've got a little bit different type of video. I'm actually gonna be switching over to my computer here in just a second. I'm gonna take you on a little video tour of some mistakes that people are making on social media to build their business. And I know it's really tempting to go out there and try to build your business on social media, especially with Facebook. I mean, they have over 1 billion users daily that are using their applications. So obviously, that's where you want to go. By all means, you certainly want to dive into social media. You want to learn the skills that you need to learn in order to do it. But unfortunately, most people out there are doing it wrong. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, so let me walk you through what I highly recommend that you do not do before we talk a little bit about some things that can help you be a little bit more effective on Facebook, on social media. And I'm using Facebook as an example, obviously, because there's, like I said, a lot of people. I mean, we're talking billions of people that use it daily. So it's really important that you take advantage of it. But if I could pin it down to one thing or one big mistake I think people are making is they're treating it like an advertising forum. And that's really not what it's for. If you look at the term social networking, it's really about having fun, connecting, relating, responding, and connecting and learning with people and networking through people and not selling to them. People don't want to be sold. When Facebook first originally started, it didn't have any advertisements at all. The fact that we can advertise on there is great, but there's a place for advertising, and then there's a place to for the posts. And that's why you have a paid ads manager, and you are certainly, I've got a whole course that teaches on that side of things. But what I'm talking about here is how you can generate organic interest in what you're doing and connect with people and grow your list without pushing people away. So let's cover what not to do first. What I see from a lot of people out there is this generic kind of BS, right? It's the get rich quick and I only got 5 slots left for serious people, and some gaudy logo or graphic or something. And that's a pure advertisement. This wasn't an ad, all right? This was a post made in the, the general area of Facebook in the news feed. So obviously this is not what people want to see. Does that look great to you? Is that something that you wanted to see, that you would want to see? Of course not. Okay, what I'm probably going to do to that person is either unfollow them or ban or unfriend them altogether. And that's inevitably what's happening with most people. If you're out there posting and posting and posting and posting over and over again, you're going to get that type of reaction for people, especially when it's things like this. Now, this one's a little more subtle, and this unfortunately is a friend of mine, and I see him do this all the time. Notice how there's no likes, there's no shares, there's nothing underneath it, and it looks like a cute little picture. So in one sense, he's kind of got the right idea. And we'll talk about that in a second, where, he's kind of posting some, something that you might see on Facebook, but it's still a pretty generic looking photo. It's not all that exciting, but basically it's an advertisement. How would it feel to work at home and be with your children? Check us out. And this gentleman is older. He's well past his retired age. So that's not really relatable. Something better might have been, hey, what are you guys doing for your retirement or during your retirement, or are you getting close to retirement? What are you thinking of doing? With no link. And he put his link to his replicated website, which is a cardinal sin. We'll talk about that too in a second. But again, just something that doesn't relate to the person who posted it, and most likely won't relate to the audience that they have. Here's another one. This is in a private message someone sent me. Hey, Ben, there's something I would love to share with you. When it comes to making money, are you tied to your job? I haven't had a job since 2003, okay? Or business, or do you keep your options open? We've just launched, blah, 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 blah. What's wrong with this? I give her props for doing at least sending me a direct message, although she obviously just copied and pasted it. The problem with this is she didn't do any research. Had she done just a little bit of research, all she had to do was to go to my profile and say, okay, this guy's a professional network marketer. He obviously knows what he's doing. Maybe I'll approach him a little bit differently. Had she come to me and said, hey, Ben, I noticed you're a professional network marketer and there's something I'd really love to share with you. Would you take, your expertise and evaluate it for me? We've just launched and blah, blah, blah. So that's okay. I mean, I would at least respect that because she took the time to actually put forth that effort. All right. Here's another one. This is just the typical I get like 6 of these a day. I've got, close to 5,000 friends on Facebook and my business page. So I get a lot of these, probably more than the average person would, but it gets annoying no matter how many you get. All right. This may or may not be for you. That's just a terrible way to lead. Okay. But if you can lead me to the right 2 people, it could be very profitable for us all. A sizzle, a 4-minute recorded number, really? A 3-minute sizzle? Come on. That is not what you do. So what do you do? Well, the very first thing you need to understand, guys, is that there's a mathematical algorithm that is behind Facebook that is looking for things that will make Facebook more social, things that will be shared, things that will be interacted with. So if you just keep that in the back of your mind, when you post things, it could help you a little bit. It might make more sense. So first and foremost, don't put links to any outside website inside of Facebook. And you might think, well, Ben, I just spent all this time and money building a blog. I get it. All right. I understand. But what Facebook does when you post something, they search it. If they see a link that takes people away from Facebook, therefore away from their advertisers, they are going to bury that post. Their algorithm electronically, automatically buries it below everything else. So maybe, your spouse, your best friend that posts on everything that you post on, and like one other person are going to see it. Even if you've got thousands and thousands of people that you are connected with. Like I said, I have almost 5,000 friends on Facebook. I know a lot of them. Closely, like at least 1,000 of them that I could say I could have a conversation with and know who they are, what they're about, and everything. But even with that size, when I post something, even if I don't have a link in it, I'm lucky if maybe 10% of the people see it, or it's even going to appear on their news feed. And you're going to be lucky if, a fraction of that percentage even just gets to read the post. And if they read it, a smaller fraction is even going to click on it. So what we're talking about here is improving your odds. Don't post Facebook links. All right. What you want to do is ask people to comment or private message for more information. So go back to the guy, my friend, who posted about, being a stay-at-home mom. Like I said, that doesn't fit him. It's not who he is. But you could have posted a picture of a retired couple on there and said something like, hey, are you close to retiring, or are you retired? What are you doing for earning extra income while you're retired? Comment below. I'd like to hear what people are up to, or what are you doing to fill the time? Comment below. And that creates interaction. Now, what that does is it tells Facebook, hey, this is a social person and they are getting interaction. Okay. Here's a tip that most people don't understand why you would do it. Try to stay away from using your company's name or product name. Number one, because you're doing free advertising for that company or for leaders in that company who may have a bigger presence online than you do. And I've experienced this positively firsthand. And I'm telling you from personal experience. In my wireless business that I used to be in, I was the top income earner and had a lot of information out there on the web. So when someone heard our company name, a lot of the time they would Google me. Now, of course, whenever I generated a lead, the first question I always asked was, how did you hear about me? And if they said, well, I talked to so-and-so, I would always send them back. But not everyone's willing to do that. Not everyone asks that question. And sometimes the prospects lie. Sometimes, oh, no one talked to me. And they might say that because they want to work with a top earner. All I'm saying is you can protect yourself a little bit by doing that. The other reason is, you want to build some curiosity, and you want to, you don't want to give away the farm. You shouldn't have your company name in your profile. You shouldn't, they shouldn't be able to look at your pictures and say, oh, that person's in XYZ company. because even if they've never heard of the company before, all it takes is a Google search, and then they're jumping to conclusions. Even if you're in a great company, there's bad information about every company out there. And it's not that you want to hide it from them. It's just that you want to get them in a controlled environment where you can educate them, and so they can get 100% of the correct information. And if you give away a bunch of links or company names all over the place, you're going to end up ruining that opportunity. Okay, they're going to go find something, some post that some idiot made that didn't understand the opportunity, that joined thinking it was get rich quick or whatever, or the product, they had a bad experience with it, and you're going to ruin their experience. So try to stay away from using the company's name. Okay, ultimately stick to anything that adds value: information, training, motivation, inspiration. Anything that you can, add value to people's days with is powerful. And then this is the hard part. You really have to stay consistent. 2 to 5 posts per day of different types of posts. So maybe in the morning you do a, like a motivational picture or something, or quote, and then in the afternoon you do something live, which would be my recommendation, something like that. Here's just some couple of quick examples. Engage people. You want, with a quote or a question. Here's a great question to ask people. This is Rachel Jackson, top earner in network marketing. Lots of interaction. Post an unpopular opinion you have, and only one comment, agree or disagree under others. No arguing or debates. This can be fun. This she's doing to build interaction, to get more people to look at her. When they go click on her, they're going to find out what she's into, or get information from her. That's a way to engage people. Sharing words of wisdom, motivational quotes. If you don't know where to find those, it's really easy, guys. You might think, well, these people are so powerful. They develop all these great things. No, they don't. They lift them from the web. And if you go into Google Images and you type in motivational quotes or leadership quotes or network marketing quotes or anything, you can find some really great graphics. Now, a lot of these companies, if you don't know how to do this yourself, I would recommend doing it yourself first. But if you just completely don't know how to work with graphics, that's okay. You can go there, and if you clicked on one of these, you could actually share it directly. That's the best way to do it, because it gives credit to where it came from. That's the most important thing. But obviously, you may not be able to do it all the time. If you are going to save a graphic to your computer, make sure that you give proper credit where it's due. Okay. And don't advertise using these images. In other words, don't spend money to generate money using the images, because that can get you into some trouble. But as far as, launch announcements, this is something that I see from companies that people in different companies. If you're launching a new product or something, what you don't want to do is, hey, who wants to get skinny? Here's my product. Here's my link, right? What you want to do is what Jill did here. A great announcement for, a challenge, a 30-day thing, a 90-day thing. Who's with me? It's not about your business opportunity. Okay. I call it a business launch, but really it's a product launch. All right. And it's a way to gather customers. It's a way to get people to try your product. And she did a great job here. Before and after video, a little graphic of the shake. I don't know if I would go that far. I might just do the before and after video and leave the name of the company off, because someone could go out there and find somebody else to do it with. All right. There's no need to do that. Recognition posts are great. Anytime someone's getting recognized, you definitely want to do that. And then of the granddaddy of them all, the best of all, the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time, is going live. Anytime you can go live, that's what Facebook likes right now. Now, as the time you're watching this video, it could have changed, but if you can go live, go live, go live, go live. It's uncomfortable. I get it. I'm uncomfortable in front of the camera, but literally, if I can do it, anybody can. Okay. Facebook Messenger. I showed you some what not to do's. This is great for reaching out to new friends. Okay, guys, but you've got to do it in the right way. What you want to do, any interactions that you have through any post that you do. So if somebody says, hey, Ben, tell me more about what you're doing here and here, take that into a private message. Any inquiries about your posts or anything take it into a private message, unless it's just normal interaction on the post. But this is important because, again, you don't want to give away information about what you're doing until you've had a chance to talk to people. Have great energy and urgency when you're out there communicating with people. Of course, try to encourage a phone conversation if you can, and don't ever spam people. I showed you some examples of that, guys. It's awful. A simple way, a very simple way to reach out and connect with people is just, hey, I see we're connected with a lot of the same people. I'd love to connect with you. I use an example here of my friend Lori. She was connected to Jordan Adler, who's a friend of mine. She and I weren't friends. So I reached out to her and said, hey, Lori, I noticed we have a lot of the same mutual friends and I wanted to connect. I look forward to learning more about you. That's it. Okay, that is how you make connection with someone on the very first approach in Facebook. Not like what I showed you before in some of those others where people just hit you with the opportunity. I know it's faster to do it the other way. Building this way takes time. But if you did this with a few people a day, 5 people a day, within a very short period of time, you're going to have 5,000 friends. You're going to have a network of people, and probably good people. I would tell you to seek out people outside of your company, outside of your team. You should, for your team, create a Facebook group. All right. Don't create a bunch of friends in the same company, because any marketing you're doing or any try to connection you're trying to build, you're building it with people that you're already connected with, that you're already in the same company with. That doesn't make any sense if you're trying to use social media to build. Sure, your close friends, people you personally enroll can definitely be on your friends list, but then create a Facebook group or maybe a business page that you can connect people to that way. Okay. Now, if you've liked what I've shared with you, if you've gotten some value from this, I do have a training. This is just a portion. I created a mastery course called Network Marketing Lead Generation Mastery. You can go to lead-mastery.com. I'll put a link down below in the description as well. But this is a 5-module course that covers, there's over 5 hours of training, everything from, just starting out, creating your list, to active and passive marketing techniques, building on social media. I get into a lot more detail using social media to build your business. I cover advertising with Facebook AdWords and Google AdWords, and working with lead programs, and so much more. I also give detailed demonstrations on how to set up your own websites and email autoresponder system, and so much more. So I encourage you to go check it out, lead-mastery.com. So I hope this information was helpful to you guys. Again, I encourage you to use social media. I want you to benefit from it, but do it the right way and you're going to get much better results. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I want to encourage you to subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the little button there. Also, I want to encourage you, head on over to my blog at realnetworker.com. I've got all the resources there. I'll be coming out with new content on a weekly basis, all in an effort to help you build your business. So head on over there. Feel free to share this video with someone. Also, if you have any experiences with people who are marketing their business the wrong way, or if you've made some mistakes yourself, I know I have, share them down below in the comments section. I'll make sure that I do those as well, so you get a better idea of what other people are going through while building their business. The more you can share, the more you're going to help other people in our profession, and that's going to help the profession as a whole. So thanks so much for hopping on. We'll see you on the next video.